What's up, everybody? It's your coach. Monday here in Miami is beautiful, probably 92 degrees. Welcome to the most positive show on the internet right now, the Coach HP Show. And today we're talking sports, we're talking youth sports, we're talking probably, this is before high school. So we're going to talk about before high school. And I'm basing these shows on questions that people ask me, DMs I get, that people are in certain situations and I want to help out. I don't read off of Chat GPT. I don't read off of things, I'm not against anybody that does that, but I just go straight. I don't take notes. I just go straight from what I tell them to you guys. And hopefully you guys can put that in some part of your life that helps you, man, that really helps you. The issue I wanted to talk about today was I cannot tell you how many parents reach out to me, especially the dads, with it's two situations, right? The dad has 2-3 kids, all in youth sports. Majority of them are in baseball, doing something every single weekend. And then I have the wives, on the other hand, that reach out to me saying, does the kid need to do this much? This is crazy. Every weekend we're doing something. We're traveling, we're spending money, hotel, this, that. So first thing I tell parents is, please don't let youth baseball, youth sports, be the reason for your divorce, be the reason for a separation, be the reason for having to call a timeout. It's crazy because, yes, on the outside, right, if you look at it, yeah, you're doing something for your family, you're spending time with your kids, with the sport, and that's awesome. That's the best, right? The problem is that the organizations, the people that make money off this, figured out a formula to really get parents as much as possible. And they figured out that every single weekend they could throw a tournament in and people are going to show up there and compete against each other. And the biggest sale is that, well, I got the best people from this town playing against the best people from that town or this state and that state. And the problem with this, as you guys know, is that it's way too early. It's way too stressful. If money aside, imagine you have all the money in the world, which is put that aside, right? The time it takes to travel, to pack, to pick the right things, the uniforms, where we're going to wash the uniforms, where we're staying, where we're eating while we're there. It is definitely not a requirement to do to keep your kid in line to make it in youth sports, to make it in sports. I'm telling you, you do not have to do that. I can't tell you how many of my friends, I tell them, listen, stop messing around. You don't need to travel 3 hours, 2 hours, get on a plane to play for a weekend for a 10U, 9U, 7U, 8U. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Now, your family loves doing it. Your wife's all in. She's a baseball mom. She's super cool. And that's how you guys connect. That's a different story. But that's a lot. Guys, majority of women don't want to be in a baseball field all day long. It's hot. It's disgusting. People spitting, people this, people that. It's gross for a woman. You gotta balance this thing out. So I tell the dudes, communicate with your girl, and be like, baby, what's the plan? Because this is what I'm thinking about. We're thinking about this, and that. And if it was up to me and my son, when he gets a little older, that he gets into that world, whatever sports he gets in, I will do every single thing as close to the house as possible so that the sport outing isn't this huge mission. Because just an example, here in Miami, unless you live 5 minutes from the field, even that, it's a 2.5 hour endeavor to get to a place. And probably 3 hours to get. So by the time you get there, 2.5 to 3 hours that you get there, you warm up, you do all the thing, and then you come back. For your kid to get 1 at-bat or 2 at-bats, you got to be crazy to do that. You got to be crazy to give that power of your family to somebody else, to an organization that could care less, to a coach that could care less. You have to really put in your brain that the most important thing for this kid is to play the sport, yes, but the training of the sport, which you can do yourself, you can literally YouTube videos, Google videos on how to run and run with your kid and have fun running. And then measure it so you can see how fast he's going. You can literally Google how to throw a basketball, how to dribble a basketball, how to throw a football, and take him to a park and do that. And then round up 3 or 4 of his friends and then start doing that. But the amount of dudes that I have reaching out to me, worried about their kids' mental mindset. And then I said, well, let me ask you a question, dude. How's the situation with your chick? Nah, man, we already fought over this a couple times. I'm working on her because she thinks it's too much, whatever. Of course, it's too much, bro. Of course, it's too much. If your chick is complaining that your kid's sporting activities is too much, it's a sign that you're not communicating with her. So tonight, after you listen to this, schedule some time with your girl, pull her aside and say, baby, we got to talk about this because I've gotten crazy. But in a good way. Look, I've gotten crazy because I want our kid to win, and that's our boy, and et cetera, et cetera. So she's going to be pumped with you because she agrees, look, this is a good influence for the kids, socially, et cetera, et cetera. But we've been doing it all wrong. Find the closest sporting event to your house and start there. Take the practice, probably one practice a week, two practice, whatever it is, go there and then come back home. And then as a man, dedicate time to your woman. Dedicate time to your relationship. And I'm not just talking about physical, because that's awesome for us dudes, right? Especially we got a hot chick, it's perfect. No. I'm talking about talk, feel her out, questions, where you at emotionally, where you at in life, where you at this, where that. All these things you talk about. Because if you're worried about winning a stupid 9U championship thing that doesn't matter, I'm telling you, what happens is we're competitive. We're guys, we're competitive. And if we're going to do something, we're going to do it right. So if I'm coaching 9U kids, I'm going to treat that game like it's the World Series. It's serious. So I got to prep for that. All week I got to prep for that. That stress, that mental block that your brain puts to win. You're thinking about the lineup during the day, all that excitement, which is part of it's good, after a while starts to kill your relationship. And once it starts to kill your relationship, your chick now then either secretly, maybe in front of you, starts to resent the whole thing for no reason. So my advice is, on this beautiful Monday afternoon, tonight, or as quick as you can, schedule a sit down with your chick. I don't care if it's at the house. I don't care if you got to go to a restaurant. You got to go to a hotel. Whatever you got to do. Go for a walk at the park. Whatever makes you guys happy. And you got to be like, baby, are you happy with our kid's sporting thing? Not if he's doing good or bad, because we can't control that. But are you happy with this schedule? Is it a lot? Yeah, it's a lot. Okay. Can we quit? Well, we don't want to quit the team. Okay, when we're done here, we're never doing this again. And then as you get closer to high school, maybe 8th grade, that your kid is known to be one of the better ones because he starts getting invited to things. And then you can say, okay, let me release this guy a little more. You can go maybe travel here, travel there. But the amount of parents I know that their kids are no longer in baseball, guys, they're no longer in baseball, that's spending a ridiculous amount of money playing perfect game all over the country, and wish not only they could have that money back, but the time with their kids. So especially now with what's going on in college, that these parents are putting this huge effort to get their kids into these colleges. And then now the colleges have become a wild, wild west. So they literally cut your kid, a new coach comes in, that guy gets fired, this, that, and then all this effort you've put in for what? If your kid is good enough, I've always said this, if your kid is good enough, they will find a place for him. They would find a place for your kid. Nobody gets undiscovered. I don't care where you are, because of the internet now and word of mouth, nobody gets undiscovered. But investing every single summer, holiday, Father's Day tournament, Thanksgiving tournament, Christmas tournament, we're going to put a tournament for everything. Because it's like the Ferris wheel, doesn't stop. It keeps coming. It's this week, next week, every week, and you got to get ready, got to get ready, got to get ready. And then high school comes, and you're like, what happened to our lives? And then your kid gets benched his sophomore year, and then now you're miserable because you've dedicated your whole life to this. Then Cooperstown, and then Cooperstown's so expensive, and plays Cooperstown. You got to be crazy. So my advice with your youth sports is keep it simple, very low key, till his performance forces us to make a move. Wow, this kid's awesome, man. He's the best tennis player in town. He whoops everybody. Maybe now we should start maybe thinking about something. Wow, this kid strikes everybody out, man. He's in 6th grade. He looks like he's going to be big. He's doing this. Okay, well, maybe, but I would invest in training. I would invest in nutrition. I would invest in speed, agility, all the other things that nobody wants to do because it's not as fun. You don't hang out with other people in the games. It's not a whole thing of beating people, right? So we're putting a lot of time and money into that versus the other side. Now, I'm extremely lucky because I don't have a facility. And knock on wood, I don't do private lessons anymore. So my realm of work in this is I work with people on their mindset when it comes to parenting and sports, but I don't get into any of this. So I'm a fan of both of them. I think your kid has to play, absolutely. And I think the kid has to train and really work on his skill set. But in 2024, the most important thing is have fun. If you burn your kid, there's no fun there. If you burn your family, there's no fun there. So have fun. And then number two, if the dedication is there, then we go real hard on the skill set. Because I've always said this. I got my player, you got your player. You do exactly what everybody's doing. Find the best tournament, the best travel ball team he could be. It's an hour away from the house, 45 minutes from the house, but he's training with the best. Do that for 4 years. And because of the money you have, you could only afford that. They take the time of everything. They practice almost every day. So you're stuck there for 4 years. And after the 4 years, when your kid hits 9th grade, let's see who comes out of there. Or you hire the right team around him. You put the right speed coach. I put the right hitting, pitching coach, skill set coach, you name it. Okay? And I stay positive. And we're going to play 2 times a week locally right here. We're going to play a Monday through Thursday game, and we're going to play a Saturday game. And that's it. And then after baseball season, we're going to play a different sport. And that's it. Guys, I'm super, super, super grateful, super happy with everything. If you guys have made it this far and are a fan of positivity, subscribe to all this stuff. Subscribe, send me a comment, ask me a question. If you made it this far, let me know you've made it this far. Send me a DM on Instagram. Say, listen, man, I'm part of the this far club. I'm part of the end club, the finishers. And ask me a question. This is what I care about. I care more about this than anything. Obviously, there's crazy things going on in this country and that are more severe than this, but this is the realm that I'm at. This is the questions I get asked a lot. So this is my take on coaching. This is my take on youth sports and how hard we should take it. So let's give you a little something to get out of here with. I love you guys. See you on the next one. I think I'm going to try to do 2 times a week. 2 times a week with the coach. Any questions on anything? I love you guys. Listen, I don't have all the answers, but I failed more than anybody I know. And this is what I see now that's winning with people. Effort and attitude forever. See you in the next one. Love you guys.